Hi everyone, my name is Melly from Dian Nusantara University English Literature Program. Today, I want to have a presentation about e-learning versus classroom learning. Check this out. First of all, we will start from the definition of e-learning and classroom learning. E-learning is a learning environment which uses information and communication technologies, or ICTs, as a platform for teaching and learning activities. Meanwhile, classroom learning is a learning which occurs in a room together with other students. It provides a space where learning can take place uninterrupted by outside distractions. In e-learning, we learn a lot from what we call gadget like smartphone, PC, laptop, and etc. Meanwhile, in classroom learning, we learn in a class and with a lot of people inside the room. Now, I'm going to explain the difference between e-learning and classroom learning. In classroom learning, learners have to be available on time in the classroom. And we can meet with the teacher and friends in the class. But classroom learning costs a lot of money and time for accommodation to the school. The positive thing is, the teacher is available in class and they can look up to us if we are mentally present or not, or understand the stuff that being taught appropriately or not. The minus is, it has limited courses or programs to choose, and mostly the teaching is based on a book or using a book. Meanwhile, in e-learning, the learning time is flexible. And then we use online technology such as Google Meet or Zoom. The good things about e-learning is the accommodation costs and time are reduced. But we have to be self-motivated, self-disciplined, consistent, manage and regulate time, avoid distractions, and it's easy to stay on track. Because we learn alone. And then in e-learning, there are a lot of courses and programs to choose. And mostly we learn using a module that can be opened using our gadget. That's all the difference between e-learning and classroom learning. I think lately, because of the pandemic, people use e-learning mostly all the time. And I think that's a good thing because it reduces the COVID-19 virus. Next, as we can see in the picture, because of the pandemics in our country, Indonesia, since 2019, we are starting to use the e-learning method. As you all can see from the title, I will talk about the impact of e-learning on students. There will be a positive impact and a negative impact. In the picture, we can see that we're all bound by COVID-19 to stay at home. So all activities like school and work have to be done at home. Now, I will tell you about the positive impacts of e-learning. First, the learning time is flexible. For example, we learn for many hours in the classroom, but with e-learning, the time is reduced. Second, we decrease a lot of cost for accommodation, even the cost to eat in the canteen, since our mother will cook for us at home. Third, We will have more free time to do other productive activities at home. Fourth, we can learn anywhere by just using a gadget. And fifth, the last, you'll become more independent since you need to study alone, manage your time, and be responsible for yourself. After we know all this good stuff, now I will explain the negative impact of e-learning. First of all, it's about your eyes health, because you keep watching over the gadget for many hours every day. Second, because it's e-learning, it is easy to cheat while doing an exam by using social media. Third, everyone might have gadgets, but some cannot operate them well. Fourth, e-learning is a minus for school that lack of tools like smartphone or laptop. Fifth, it's hard to ask a lot of questions if we don't understand the materials. Since we cannot ask directly to the teacher because of the limited time for the online meeting, sometimes stuff we can do is search or browse it on the internet. Next, we will move to slide 5. We can see in the picture that there is a teacher teaching all the students. A whiteboard, a table, a room, some students raising their hands, etc. That was a traditional teaching method. Now, let me tell you the positive impacts of classroom learning. First is social interaction. We will have a lot of social interaction between the teacher and our friends. Second, the learning time is longer, and we have time to ask our teacher and friends if we don't understand the material. Third, the teacher will keep up with us in every course, like if we understood or not, or if our minds were present in the class. Fourth, the longer time of studying makes us more easier to understand the material rather than in a short time. Fifth, learning in the classroom is more interactive, and there are a lot of practice, group study, and even a real study tour outside the school. Next, the negative impacts of classroom learning. First, a lot of expenses for our car and our food. Second, students are fixated on the lessons in the book and memorize everything on it. Third, longer time of studying sometimes makes the students tired and bored, especially if the teacher are stiff and gives a lot of pressure while teaching the materials. Fourth, the school time and the courses in school are already determined by the school, so you cannot choose what you want to learn first. Lastly, the student become unproductive because of so many burdens from the school, such as group assignments, homework, and exams, which can be held 2 times in one day. So then, which one is better? E-learning or classroom learning? Both have their advantage and disadvantage. For me, I prefer classroom learning because it's interactive. There will be a lot more practice in class. Easier to ask the teacher if we don't understand. And there is also a group task to do, so we can build our connection and relationship with our friends and teacher. I think that's all for my presentation. And I left a quote from a famous ancient philosopher, Confucius. It is saying, by 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. And that's all my presentation. Thank you for watching.